Hey everybody, it's Keith with BobsCNC, and I'm here today with my best makes you nervous, doesn't it? I'm here today with my best friend Bob.
I'm here today with my best friend Keith.
And welcome to Shop Talk.
Who thinks he's Mark McGuire?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I wish I was. He's better looking.
Me too, I could get an autograph.
Yeah, it'd be worse. I'll give you an autograph.
Yeah.
It's not, no.
I don't know if a Keith Haven's autograph is
Worth anything?
It
Well, you
might
wouldn't
be.
be able to read it.
maybe, we'll see how much our tell us how much you would pay for a Keith
Oh,
Haven's
God.
autograph.
This is going to hurt so bad. First of all, the answers
That's
we
true.
might get. The second one, no answers at all.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, thanks,
somebody
Bob.
needs to post
Well, listen, I
comments.
wanted to ask you about something.
Okay,
All right.
yeah, let's
Now, I've
get
been
on.
noticing in Veteran,
Yeah.
messing around, that you can do a process called wrapping.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
taken a look at it, done some reading about it.
Yep.
It really, it's nothing that we can use on the Evolution series.
No,
yet.
there's not a wrapper. You'd have to have a rotating axis.
Okay, so what is the difference then between a rotating, they call it a fourth axis?
Yeah, well, a rotating axis can be a fourth or a fifth
Okay.
axis, or actually a first, second, third axis. It really doesn't matter. You can
I'm going
define.
to use this.
Okay, well, before you hit me with the bat, let me walk you through kind of
Okay.
the convention. So on CNC machines, you typically have X, Y, Z, A, B, C for cutting machines, okay?
Okay.
So the X, Y, Z we're familiar with, right? Because the X is this way, Y is that way,
Yep.
and Z's up and down.
Yep.
Well, the A, B, and C is just the same thing except for the rotating axis. But it gets a little bit more complicated, so you have to kind of think like an axis, like a axis center line. So the X-axis, if it was a center line, then A would wrap around it.
Okay.
And then if Y was the center line, B would wrap around it. And of course, C would wrap around the Z, which is obviously why you only have 5-axis machines for CNC cutters, because if you're wrapping C around it, that's what the spindle does anyway. So when you typically have a 5-axis
Okay.
machine. Now, to make that,
That
even,
makes sense.
Yeah, to make that even more
Thank you.
confusing, sometimes you have an XYZ AC machine because of the way that it's moved. And I'm not even going to go into that detail.
Thank you.
I just want you to know that you have machines that have XYZ ABC. So a wrapping is kind of a different scenario. So in Vectric and in a lot of software, as a matter of fact, there's one called CNC Wrapper. I think it's $20 or $30 you can buy. What they actually do is they take like a sheet of paper, right, and they wrap it into a cylinder, so it's wrapped. So you basically have an XYZ design, and then you'll take an axis, let's say that it's a Y axis, and then you'll call that one B, and wrap it around there, or whichever one that
Yeah,
that
whichever
wanna
one you use.
wrap. So
But you could, that'd be 2.5D, 3D, so you could do a relief carving around the cylinder.
yeah, or you could you could do a bat, for instance. Haha, pretty cool. Huh?
Yeah.
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 But so yeah, you could do anything that you're wrapping out, because now your bit's going to be perpendicular to the cylinder. Now a fourth axis is a little bit cooler than that, because you have the cylinder and you have the bit, but now the bit can also walk back and forth, right? Which is like, well, who cares if you're making something that's mostly round? But let's say that you were making like a baby Yoda, and
Okay.
and them ears are really big and they're cupped.
Okay.
Right? You would want a fourth axis to kind of get over there and clean those out, because as you were rotating baby Yoda's ear up, then it would be cupped and you wouldn't be able to get the bit in there. The same problem that you have with a 3-axis if you were trying to do a golf ball, right? You can't do the bottom half.
Okay.
I know, I can see the blank stare.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, to see. You know, I've done a little bit of research. I haven't seen anything like, no, I've seen some machines where they take a rotating axis and they mount it on the back.
Yeah. So for our machines, the gerbil firmware will only do 3 axes. So when people say, can I add a fourth axis? Well, no, you
Right.
can't add a fourth axis. But what you could do is you could lock down, say, the Y axis, and then put your rotary setup on that, and then you could connect that, and then you would have to understand how big your cylinder was and do some math, pi times the diameter, so that you could wrap it around. It's doable. It's just not it's not as user friendly as maybe the code is today.
Okay. Well, guys, if you have any questions about fifth axis or wrapping or fourth axis or
We could do robots, I mean,
Or
they can
robots.
actually have 6 or 7 degrees of freedom,
Oh,
but it seems we're in
degrees of
this,
freedom.
that's what they call it,
Oh, really?
yeah. It's an
Okay.
engineering thing, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They move
no-
different ways.
Okay, I don't have any freedom. And, no, see, I've lost all mine.
You have 1 degree of freedom?
If you have any questions, get a hold of us at the help desk at BobsCNC.com.
If
Till
you
next
wanna
time.
see a video of Keith dancing, just let me know.